In our previous examples on dead reckoning, we established that this was our starting position, this was our direction of travel, allowing for leeway, and this was our distance to travel, and this gave us our dead reckoning position. This method of finding position is fine if you're working in non-tidal waters where there's no tidal stream. However, in most cases, we're going to have to allow for some sort of tidal stream. Now in this case, we've worked out that over the course of the hour in which we were travelling, the tide will have been pushing the boat at 1.5 knots on a course of 118 true. If you want to see how to work that out, look at the section on tidal stream. Now, after an hour, we've got to this point. We need to add to this point any effect of the tide. Now, the first thing we do is we take our plotter. And as I said, the tide was running on a course of 118 true. We don't need to do any calculations or adjustments to that 118. That's in true, so it can go straight onto the chart. We turn the plotter, we line it up with the north lines on the chart lined up with the grid on the central bezel, which is about there, and then move it up this time so that the edge is touching the dead reckoning, the end of this line here. And we draw a line in that direction. And that's the direction the tide would have taken us over the course of the last hour. Now we also know the tide was running at 1.5 knots, so in 1 hour that would have taken us 1.5 nautical miles. So again, we take the dividers, we go to the side scale, and we set it to 1.5. We put one end on our dead reckoning position, and we put the dividers along that tidal vector. This point here is now what we call our estimated position. We put a triangle around it, dot in the centre, and we write some important information here. We write the time, which in this case was an hour on from this observation, so 17:10, and also our log reading. Well, we travelled 6.5 nautical miles. It was initially 10.0, so it's now 16.5. And that's how we would have found that distance travelled. The final things we do to tidy up our chart work is to put 3 arrows on the tidal vector, the line representing the tide over the hour. And we put 1 arrow on the water track, the distance and the direction we travelled in. This is just to show the next person who comes to the chart exactly how we came about our position.